Welcome to Love in Beach, a beach edition of Love in Brief.
I like that.
You like that?
I do.
I just came up with that.
Focused on issues of sand in your butt?
Yeah, forever and ever, no matter how much you shower.
Wow, this is going to be a good show.
I can tell already. I'm Resident Yes.
And I'm Lola.
And we are on the beaches of sunny Cancun. Well, not literally on the beach. We are overlooking the beach right now. But we thought it would be fun. So we normally take January off after the New Year, the big New Year's episode. We usually take a little break. And we have, but we thought it would be fun to take you on vacation with us.
Yes.
This is I always complain about podcasts where people just get on and talk about themselves.
I actually enjoy those
really?
the most, usually. I do want to learn something, too, but...
I complain about them because it's like, hey, how are you? Good. How was your week? Good. How was your week?
Well, that's not good.
But now I'm doing one of those. This is one of those. If you came here for good advice, you are missing out because it ain't going to happen. It's just us talking about us, personal things.
Yeah, but also that's like the premise, what we set this up to be.
That's right.
It's like kind of a special episode.
Yeah.
And the weather has been less than ideal, so we're like, hey, let's do this fun thing.
Today it is overcast and cold and windy, and it has been raining all week. And we want to turn lemons into limonada here on the beaches of Mexico.
Speaking of that, I have a margarita. Actually, I'm quite a bougie podcaster right now. I have a margarita, a green juice,
a jugo verde,
and some cafe.
Nice. I forgot to bring anything to this party.
Oh,
I had some black coffee.
I'll share with you.
Well, thanks. We're also recording in the morning, which is really unusual for us. Typically, we record in the late afternoon, early evening, or very late evening.
Yes, but in Cancun, any time is margarita time.
That's true. So we are pleased to get to share. We've been saving for and waiting on this vacation for quite a long time. We're bummed out that it's not sunny and beachy, but the fact that we get to share it with you is really fun and glad to have the opportunity. So we threw out to our social medias, hey, what are some personal questions, like sort of ask me anything style questions?
Yeah.
And promise to answer them here on Love and Brief. So that's what we're doing today. Your mileage may vary. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Can I ask the first question?
Sure.
What is the best diaper and why is it an M4?
That one you just made up. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty great.
mean, it was my question, though, to you.
Okay. I will actually answer that because I am a big fan. They are just classic. I don't think they're the best in terms of absorbency. They're not the best in terms of fit. They're not the best in terms of feel. They are just classic. They just remind me of the template for becoming an ABDL.
Yeah, I agree. Like M4 is just, this is diaper.
Yeah.
But I think they're really comfortable, actually. I like the feel of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
They're okay. I mean, I like them because they were number one. They were the first. You know, they were like my entree into ABDL world.
Also, you have converted me because when I first got into diapers, I was like, I want the cute ones. Why would I wear a dumb white one or a dumb medical one? And now I'm like, no, please give me an M4.
Right. I love them. I remember one year when my HSA only covered, or FSA, only covered one type of diaper. It was M4s. And I had like $700 to $800 left, and I had to spend it in 2 days. So I just went online on Amazon and just bought like 22 boxes of them.
Yeah, that took us a while.
A couple of years.
There was like a fort of boxes in your attic.
My attic. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's dig into these questions, okay. Lola. I mean,
like a sandcastle or like that big hole on the beach?
Like the big hole in the beach I used to dig as a kid that I don't know what I was digging for, but I would dig the biggest hole I could. And it never occurred to me that like people are going to fall in that at some point. Like this is probably a hazard, but it was so fun. I didn't care.
Boys and their shovels.
Yeah. You know the old expression. Well, let's go to let's take a little bit of a softball. Okay.
Ready.
This is from our friend and friend of the podcast, Dad Bod.
Okay. Yes.
What is the perfect breakfast?
Ooh.
I figure it's morning time. We'll start off with kind of an easy one.
Well, always coffee. If I could, like definitely a nice latte or cappuccino.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, for me, it's more about like who I'm with, or like right now, all I can think of is our perfect breakfast that we get to get when we come here, and we get to look at dolphins, and it's the best while we're having breakfast.
Yeah.
But I tend to like more of like a savory breakfast. I love sweets. I have a sweet tooth, but it's hard for me to eat sugar in the morning. Yeah. So I'm not a huge pancake fan. Sorry. I do like diapers though.
That's something.
Yeah. I'm not a huge like French toast fan. I like the occasional waffle,
Okay.
but I love like a good omelet, a good like scrambled kind of mix up thing with eggs and cheese.
You want that protein.
I would like eggs and cheese
Yeah.
somewhere to be in this breakfast.
Yeah.
Maybe like a good eggs Benedict.
Yeah. I hear
Ooh,
that.
one time I had this amazing like turkey crepe for breakfast recently at that fancy place we went. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I respect the protein game. I could enjoy a fine quiche from time to time, but my perfect breakfast would be like, it would be a combination of sweet and savory. So like for me, a sweet, like a Monte Cristo sandwich.
Oh yeah, you do like those.
Where you've got a whole bunch of turkey or ham or, like protein.
Yeah.
And then you also have, it's also a French toast. And then you put some like really sweet, fresh raspberry jam on it. And then pour a little bit of syrup. I'm not a big syrup guy, but just a little bit to sort of soak into the French toast. Cover it in powdered sugar, right? So it is the entire, I like foods that are all of the foods, just in one.
There were no eggs. No eggs in your perfect breakfast?
Well, you can do a Monte Cristo in a batter and actually surround the Monte Cristo in batter.
That's not egg.
Huh?
That's not real egg.
I don't know. It's not
I want
egg batter?
fluffy eggs.
Oh, you want eggs.
Yeah.
No,
or
I mean,
runny eggs.
I like a good egg. I'm just saying that if it's the perfect breakfast Dad bought, I got to tell you, I go like Monte Cristo all day. Some kind of sweet savory combo.
Yes. And
That's where it's
diapered,
at
of
for me.
course.
Naturally. What are we? Heathens?
Yeah.
Of course.
I do actually really like the sweeter breakfast foods, like later in the day, though. Like sometimes I like to make like waffles for dinner.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
breakfast for dinner is awesome. That I will do like bacon and eggs would be like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a regional food called geta.
Oh.
If you haven't tried it,
How have we not talked about Gouda yet?
the greatest breakfast meat of all time.
Regional to us.
Yeah, Goetta. Look it up. It's fabulous. So like a Geta Benedict, like with a bunch of real tart hollandaise, I could get behind that.
You can get behind some Gouda.
I can get behind some Geta.
Of course. How have we not talked about it?
Oh, it's so good.
It's like a mainstay of your diet.
It is. It is the mainstay of my diet.
But it's not just breakfast. It's anytime.
Anytime you want it. Also, Mexico and our friends in Mexico, I have to give you massive shout outs for your breakfast sweets game. Like the breakfast pastries here are phenomenal and cheap and everywhere and fresh. And I just wake up every morning looking forward to some kind of massive carb.
Yeah. And I love that they have like non-traditional, for us Americans at least, like breakfast foods. I had this breakfast casserole,
like black beans and casserole and
eggs and yummy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the rest of the world eats like good protein savory things.
That's
for
what
breakfast,
I want.
But
that's what I crave when I get up.
I do like those carbs.
Wow, we talked a lot about breakfast.
We sure did.
Should we go on to another question not about breakfast?
I can't imagine there are questions not about breakfast, but yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. How about one that I got? Well, this is from a good friend of ours, Baby Bear. This one's kind of a serious one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. She asks, what is one thing that helped you after your respective divorces? Anything that you have tried to stay away from?
Oh.
I told you it's a serious one.
We went from breakfast into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
I dig it. I dig it. I think, so I will answer both questions. What helped and what did I try and stay away from? One thing that really helped through my divorce was having friends who know both of us and who have been able to say, hey, it's hard on you, it's hard on her. This type of split is always really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And friends who don't feel the need to like side up because there weren't sides to be taken, right? This wasn't like a contentious thing. Friends instead who are like, I'm here for you, I'm here for her, I just want you guys to be okay. And it's okay that you're divorcing. Because one thing that's really unhelpful is when people sort of mourn the divorce for you, not with you, like they're like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe you're splitting. I never thought you would. Well, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you, but like those are your expectations, right?
Yeah.
But the friends who will show up and say, I just can see that you're hurting and this is hard and this is a hard life change and I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you are, I can be here with you.
Yeah.
That was really, really helpful, because this whole thing about like having to quote unquote pick sides in a divorce,
No.
maybe in a super contentious one, I don't know, but we weren't there. We didn't have that. So our friends who just showed up for us and said, I'm really sorry, this is hard, that was incredibly helpful. And one thing I stayed away from and continue to stay away from is there, at the same time, there are, I think culturally we have a rule that when you get divorced, you have to be very angry at each other and say shitty things about each other and drive wedges between each other, whatever. And so the people who sort of egg you on to do that, it's weird. People kind of come out of the woodwork a little bit, who maybe you even haven't talked to in a while, to be like, yeah, she's really shitty or whatever. And you're like, no, she isn't actually. She's pretty great. And
that's icky.
Yes, it didn't work for us, but it's weird. You find that like I think some folks just maybe like feast on the drama of it, or it's just a cultural expectation that you don't.
I think it's for sure a
hate your ex or
cultural
something.
expectation. And I think a lot of people have been through divorce and maybe they want, what is that expression? Misery, sadness, something wants company.
Yeah, misery loves company. Yeah, maybe.
I wonder.
Maybe that could be it too. Whatever it is, staying away from picking on your ex as much as you can.
Yeah.
Especially where we were, because we were in a shared community, right?
Yeah, I think that's especially hard and but also good advice for right now, right? Like you're in the same community. How did you navigate that?
Yeah. And part of the trick is just not to go for it, not to take the bait, right?
Yeah.
And you may have moments where you're mad at the person, or, you have a bone to pick or something, but that's between you and them. And I don't find it helpful to sort of air dirty laundry or whatever the hell. Like,
no.
It just, that I'm really glad that that's something I have avoided. I have no reason to. I want nothing but the best for her and she for me. So it would be weird to do that. And I'm glad I haven't taken the bait. How about you?
Yeah.
What is something that you're glad you did and helped you?
Okay, hold on. I need some margarita.
Should we take a break?
No. It's a hard question, you know? So something that helped me, really, it does take a village, right? So I think I had a good team of people around me in like different ways, helping me in different ways, which all added together helped create this like really supportive environment. So I had family that took me in, and that was really helpful in the like actual day-to-day of like, when I first moved out, like feeding me and like
having a place to sleep.
And those, I had never ever lived, like I had only ever lived with my family and then my spouse. So like to be able to go back to that was helpful in some ways. And then I like you, I had this amazing, group of friends around me that were supporting me more emotionally, which I think is, that's really the key, right? Yeah. It's like you find those people, especially in hard times, like going through divorce or separation, you find those people that are really empathetic, that do know how to listen with an empathetic ear and not, like you said, take sides or try to, once in a while you might want to be like, oh, I'm so mad that this thing happened. And you want a friend that's like, yeah, that does suck. But I tend, like, that doesn't actually bring me anything.
To have them amplify your rage.
Right.
Yeah.
I prefer someone who can be just listening in a really, like, emotionally open way.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I need to cry.
Yeah.
And if I have a friend that, like, either can just sit there and fully be in it, they don't have to cry with me, just be present to that is really helpful.
Yeah.
And something that I stayed away from, I think for me, I'm really lucky. My spouse and I are very good friends and have a very good relationship now. My ex-spouse and I. But I really had to give myself space away from them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I really, really had to make a huge effort to not, I wanted to help them.
Yeah.
but like in doing that, it wasn't actually helping us grow into a different
Oh,
relationship.
you wanted to show up and be their comfort
I did.
through this process.
Yeah, but I tried my hardest. I was always kind and present if I needed to be, but then knew when it was like, no, they need to learn how to get through this too, or else this is never going to be a successful separation.
Yeah.
So once I got to the point where I knew, like, I wasn't feeling myself trying to fix anything for them, or I also wasn't feeling myself editing because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. That's when I knew, okay, now we can actually go back in and have a different relationship.
You're redefining your relationship because that's what you would have done.
Correct.
As a married person.
Correct.
Was to be their emotional support.
Yeah. So I was really glad that I tried. I felt I had so much guilt. And just that I'm such a nurturing, kind, loving person. But I had to actually like put that aside for a little bit and just be me.
Yeah.
Separate from them.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you. So, I mean, I could go on about this forever. There's so much.
Yeah. I was just thinking also croquettes.
Croquettes for breakfast?
Like croque madame, croque monsieur.
Or in divorce.
More
divorce croquettes.
Divorce croquettes. This episode of Love and Beach is brought to you by Divorce Croquettes.
Okay.
Reminding you it's always a good time for a croquette.
Perfect.
I was listening that entire time. Just right at the end, my brain went, hey, how about croquettes?
Maybe we're just hungry.
Those are delicious.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to keep answering the breakfast question over and over and over. Hey, while we're doing deep relationship questions.
Yes.
Our other good friend, Diapers and Brews, says,
oh, yes. Hi.
Since the start of your relationship up until now, what is something you've each seen personal growth in? Traits, qualities, habits, etc.
That I've seen personal growth in since...
I assume in yourself.
Yes, since the start of our relationship.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I have seen, so much. I've seen a lot of personal growth in my independence and being able to, I've always been someone who can like handle things and be responsible, but now I have to do that for myself. And actually I find that I take great pride in that now. And so I've seen independence and also my ability to have interdependent relationship and not codependent relationship with you.
Talk about the difference between those two.
Well, I mean, codependency is really... I once read a book when I was going through my divorce that codependency is actually a form of emotional abuse.
Oh, God.
Or can be.
Oh, God.
When taken to the extreme.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're actually stripping away the other person's ability to make decisions and be emotionally whole themselves.
So how would you define codependency?
So codependency would be having a... a dependency of your well-being from the other person.
Oh, okay. I can only... my well-being hinges on them.
Correct. Yeah. So that's something I really wanted to stay away from. And for me, at first, codependency, when I was young and getting married at 22, I was like, oh, that's perfect, right? We only need each other.
Oh, my God, I was the same way.
We only need each other. And my... ex had this thing that they would say, like, you and me against the world, and that sounds romantic and whatever, but actually no, because we need other people around us, first of all, to have like full lives and also take us out of our very small orbits to learn and grow and see different perspectives. That's how you become a better person, I think. So but also that strips away, like, so by saying that, I am taking away from the other person their ability to grow and learn for themselves, because everything they do, they see through the lens of me first. Right.
So that's the sort of at the extremes could be abuse part, is that you're taking away somebody's ability to do that by providing, I guess, their self-worth or their sense of well-being or whatever. Okay. And interdependence.
Yes. I just want to give a very specific example. It's like I used to manage all of my ex's anxieties, like in every situation.
Right.
I managed them. But by doing that, I thought I was being a helpful, good partner. And sometimes you do have to do that because like things can become very overwhelming. But by always doing that, I took that away. Like they never learned how to do that for themselves, which is not good for their well-being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or find their own tools, right?
And I know what it's like. Again, I did this when I was 22 and got married the first time as well. I know what it's like to find identity actually in providing everything for your partner.
For sure.
I'm the one who comes through for you every time.
It can feel good, right?
It can feel good, right?
Yeah.
You can get your identity from that, and so you double down on it.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, you have taught each other how to be completely dependent.
Yes.
Yeah. And then how do you contrast that with how you feel now or interdependence?
Yeah. I mean, I think that with you and I and other relationships in my life, my other partner too, that we are there for one another. And whenever the other person comes to us for advice and help, we're totally open and present and there for it. But I'm not there. Like if I see you really struggling, I may ask you, is there something I can do, or do you want advice? But I'm not going in, I'm not fixing everything for you.
Yeah.
And we, in that interdependent relationship, like we are fully independent humans coming together because we're choosing to.
Mm-hmm. Not because we need to survive.
Correct.
Yeah. That's a great distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And really helpful vocabulary too, that concept of codependence versus interdependence. For me, I think one of the big changes is that I have cared more for myself physically. I'm hardly hitting the gym every day, don't get me wrong. But I had some really unhealthy habits and coping mechanisms coming out of COVID and then going through divorce. A lot of alcohol, tobacco, food. None of these things are inherently bad things. But when those become unhealthy and they veer into compulsive sort of habits, they can get dangerous, And sometimes when you're going through something that is emotionally and intellectually very challenging and all-consuming, at least I have a tendency to forget about the fact that I'm also carrying this meat sack around called my body, and instead everything is heart and head. And since because you are so body-oriented, right, and so sort of you can be very body aware and body centric, right? You can feel your own well-being and even sort of somatically focus on how to help people heal their bodies with their minds and vice versa. That has rooted me more in thinking about, hey, maybe my body could use a little bit more of a leg up, right? Maybe it's not the punching bag of the emotional and intellectual triangle. And so even I'm not eliminating any of those things, but scaling back, taking a little bit more control of those things instead of just letting all of the other weights of the world trickle down to those coping behaviors, has been habits and improvements that I'm really proud of and has made a concrete difference in how I feel most days. It feels like regaining a sense of autonomy over a part of my life that had slowly skidded into being out of control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's insidious. You don't realize it while it's skidding out of control, but getting to recapture some of that has been something I'm really proud of and really happy with. And I think your influence, you talk about interdependence. It's not that you said, I need you to do this. It's that just being around you, I thought, hey, I could probably do better so that I can experience some of the joy of my body that you experience with yours.
Yeah. That's amazing. And I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
And I have seen that growth in you for sure as well. Just even having that awareness and then also like having that kindness to your body.
Yeah.
Like it's hard some days, but there are days I wake up, a lot of days that I'm like, even when my body's hurting or sore or whatever, it's like my body is my best friend.
Yeah.
Because in this life, what else do you really have? Always. At the beginning and at the end, you have your body.
Yeah.
Right? And it holds all of those wonderful things, your heart and your mind and your soul and whatever words you want to use for that.
Beyond meat sack. You don't just call yours
No.
a meat sack that carries your brain around.
No, bodies are really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that influence has been really good. Even last night's a great example where we had a hard day here, believe it or not, even on vacation, in so much as a whole bunch of things didn't go right that we thought would. And another day indoors and another day in the rain. And it would have been easy to just crack open the fridge and, drown my sorrows and go to sleep at 8. And I didn't because I wanted to feel good today. Because I wanted another try at a really fun day.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did that. So yeah, thank you, Diapers and Brews, for that question. That's a habit that has changed for me and that I'm proud of.
What a great question.
Isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. You're next.
Oh, okay. So our friend the Baby Bear actually sent 2 questions. One serious, we already tackled that one. This one's a little more fun. She says, what is the hottest idea/concept behind your kinks?
Ooh, I'm curious what yours is and what we may have in common or not.
I don't know. You go first.
Oh my God. Okay.
Please.
You're just going to lob that one back over the fence
Yes.
to me with no warning.
Well,
This
it's like
should go
so
well.
broad. I'm like, I don't know.
I love
It's
it.
all hot.
But Baby Bear and I have talked about this many times, so she probably won't be shocked by my answer. But I just, the concept of losing control, particularly as oriented around dippy things, peeing your pants and that sort of thing, the concept of actually losing control, my partner losing control, me losing control if I'm in a switchy space, just somebody losing control, it is so hot. It's like the center of hotness for me. So that space of like not somebody domed you into losing control, but just you lost control. You couldn't hold it. You, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And because I'm an ABDL, a lot of it's focused around OMO and diapers and that sort of thing. But that core concept is always hot for me. That's like that 24/7 space of always not having control, all the way through to that, oh my God, it was an accident. Super hot.
Yeah. How can you give us any examples of like how you've actually walked that out?
Well, yeah, I mean, several different ways, but with previous partners, doing things that are, even actually doing things with you that are restrictive can get us there.
Yeah.
Right. So if I do a diaper cover and you literally can't take it off, or a locked belt, and you literally can't take it off, or a straight jacket, those are more kind of dommy ways to do it, but it works. All the way through to, my previous partner had serious control issues anyway, and so it came up a lot in sort of day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And people can induce it themselves. They can do the lock and timer approach or whatever.
I'm thinking using catheters.
That's a way to do it. Yeah, I've never done it, but yeah.
Yeah.
We've got friends who are fans for sure.
Yeah.
And even finding ways like on long drives. I've done that one before where I just won't pull over.
Yeah.
It's something we've agreed to beforehand. And even play. Like there's ways that you can play at it where we're going out for a day at the amusement park and we've packed pull-ups because I know you're not that good in line. And you know what I mean? Where really it's losing control, but it's not. But it's play.
Right.
It's role play.
I think sometimes that can be hard. People might have that fantasy and that is hot, right? But like, how do you actually like play with that if you haven't lost control?
Right. Yeah. And you can role play it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be full loss. So I don't think Baby Bear would be shocked because we tend to share that in common.
You guys do share that.
Yeah.
You little pervs.
You little pervs. What about you little perv?
I don't know. Well, for me, I mean, I think the broad concept behind all of my kinks and like passion in like this realm is around objectification, right? So not degradation, but objectification. The idea that like it could be literally like I'm just sort of an object or a meat sack, a piece of meat. I'm not like, I don't ever really think of myself or play in this space like I'm just an object. Like I'm always a human, but I just specifically one time we had a friend that's very into spanking, and he was like just giving you a spanking lesson on my butt, and I was there, and it was just about my butt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just the tool, the prop,
Yeah.
I guess. That's a good way that I like to just like kind of be the prop. So, so I think with diapers that goes into like, I love very matter of fact diaper change. Like you're in diapers for whatever reason, whatever we're role playing. Like for us, like, we've chosen this and you've decided that I am in diapers all the time.
Yeah.
So you're in diapers. We got to get to the reservation. Come here. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even sexy hot play, but the fact that it's so matter of fact because you are in diapers. You are this little diaper slut. That's an objectification to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot. I'm getting kind of warm over here just listening to it.
Yeah, I think a lot of my kinks really revolve around that. And then, if I don't really have a diaper fetish, but if I had a fetish, I think the closest thing for me would be like liquids or pee specifically.
Fluids, body fluids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
fluids.
it's pee and everything but blood.
Yeah, I'm not into blood. That doesn't do it for me. But getting peed on or having to pee and feel it myself sitting in it all day, literally the feeling of that, like just makes me hot and is imbued with this like hotness for me. And it doesn't even have to be around role play or anything like that. The feeling itself is just really hot to me. Feeling my own slipperiness when I get super wet makes me wetter.
Yeah, that works out well.
Stuff like that.
That is an upward spiral if ever I've heard one.
Yeah.
Actually, that cues us up for another good question that we got.
Yeah?
It's about 24/7.
Oh.
Yeah. And we will get to that right after this commercial break from Breakfast Croquettes, the croquettes you eat for breakfast. Oh, we're back. That was a terrific commercial.
I always enjoy balls of hot gooiness in my mouth.
That has been my experience of you, yes. First thing in the morning. Apparently we did not get sponsored by Breakfast Croquettes the way I was certain we would.
Dang it.
I know. Sorry, folks. But if you want to write us a Breakfast Croquettes jingle, I'll just drop it in there.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing. Croqueta.
Oh, my God. All right. Live from Mexico.
The beach.
Here's the question.
Yes.
That was posed to us from our friend Mr. November. Mr. November says, let's talk about going 24/7 by choice.
Whoa.
Yeah. So not necessarily a question, just a topic, I think. But I think you're the one to address this one. What's it like?
What are you even talking about, mister?
I mean, my very brief take on it is having partners who've done it. It's pretty great being that partner.
You're a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan. That's
5 stars.
My quick take. Yeah.
5 Ps.
Yeah. It's a lot of work and a lot of money, but worth it.
That's true. Yes. So going 24/7 by choice.
What do we think?
That's something that I did almost 2.5 years-ish ago.
Yeah.
That's
hard
crazy.
to believe, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was a choice that I made.
3,000 diapers ago.
Oh my God.
Give or take.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right? That was a choice that we made together. It wasn't a choice I made for myself necessarily or a goal of mine for myself necessarily. Right. Yes. But I love the fact that I get to wear my diapers still 2.5 years later as a reminder of my submission to you. And you've heard me say this before, I truly see them as my collar, and it's not something that I am thinking about giving up anytime soon because I love that feeling around me. Every diaper, whether you put it on me or not, because a lot of times, we don't live together, right? So I put on my own diaper or friends or my other partner or whatever. Yeah. But just the fact that it's wrapped around you, it's you did that. Yeah. You, my daddy, did that. And I love that feeling. And then in terms of like practicality, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty rough at first.
Yeah. Hard to get used to.
Like there's just a lot of changes you kind of that you kind of have to make. But they're really not insurmountable. And now it's kind of like if for some reason, for example, like I was having a sleepover with my nieces, I was like, well, I'm not going to wear a diaper tonight because they're in my bed. Yeah. And recently, and I was like, this sucks. I missed it.
You actually missed it.
I did.
Yeah, those days where for whatever reason you can't or don't.
Yeah.
Do you find now that seems weird or that seems inconvenient to not be 24/7?
I do. I find like inconvenience of having to like actually go to a restroom.
Yeah.
To be very annoying.
Real pain in the butt, that.
Yeah, I do. I do. But once in a while you let me wear, like here at the beach, I've been wearing some lingerie and obviously my bikinis. And that is a fun little break. But it makes me feel like super naughty now when I wear, I'm like wearing basically nothing. And I could pee my pants at any time.
Yeah, that's right.
But, so the biggest changes were just planning ahead.
Yeah.
If I have to go out, and also how do I work around the fact that I do active things for my work, or I do very close quarters with people in my work. How is that going to work? The answer is pull-ups for those situations usually.
Yeah.
Or very clothy, quiet, like the crappy clothy diapers, but they're actually very quiet, right?
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking you were talking about the Air Supremes or something, but you're saying
like Tenna, those clothy Tennas are so quiet because they have literally no plastic or hook and loop or whatever on them.
Yeah.
And they're very thin and discreet. So having to work around those situations of how I am staying appropriate in professional and social situations, as well as having to change my wardrobe, which I know for you, I ordered this whole huge bag, I think from like Old Navy or something, when I was first getting started going 24/7, because I wore a lot of very tight clothes because that's what I like beforehand. And I was like, hey, I just bought all of these very long shirts and looser pants and skirts because of my diapers. And you're like, hot. That's so hot.
even the fact that you were changing your wardrobe was incredibly hot.
Yeah.
And then much less the fashion show that ensued, right? And now I absolutely love it. Although the days when you do get to wear something revealing and skin tight, I'm like, hell yeah.
I know. You like saw my butt when we first got here in jeans. It was just my butt.
Yeah, pretty.
And you were like, whoa.
Pretty fantastic.
What is that?
What is that? It's fabulous. I know I can't speak for myself. I've only done it in a short burst, but for the other folks I know and have seen online who have done it, it's definitely not for everybody going 24/7. But those who like it has always been a thing they've wanted to do, and they go for it for X period of time, whether it's a week or a month or a year or 10 years. Not universally, but almost universally find it very rewarding. Mm-hmm. And the people who go all in and say, I'm doing this all the time, they find ways to make it work if they find it rewarding. And those that don't find it as rewarding or more of a hiccup or too expensive and it's not worth it, they just go back and they do it, they'll do 1 week every 6 months or something. Mm-hmm. So it's super flexible. For those who are thinking about it, I guess my encouragement would be, if you have the space and the means, just give it a try for a few days.
Yeah.
It's not better or worse than not going 24/7, but it might fulfill something in you that you've always wondered about.
Exactly. Yeah. Can I throw a couple of quick things out there too about it?
Yeah.
Whatever you choose as your idea of 24/7, like, is true.
It's valid
and real.
Yeah.
So if that includes pull-ups, if that includes not going number 2, if that whatever it is, like, there's people out there like, well, it's not. No, it is.
Yeah, it's totally.
You are making this commitment to yourself in the way that is best and healthiest for you.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
Yeah. Some people are like, I want to wear, but I don't when I'm at work or out. I don't want to use them. Great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just whatever does it for you. Yeah. Great.
And I also want to put the caveat out there with my situation of being 24/7, how it is mostly because of a DS dynamic. Mm-hmm. I know I still always have that freedom to come to you to say, like, if there's something that I'm having trouble with or something that I want to change or needs to change, like, I have a safe space that I always know I can come to you
for sure.
with that.
For sure.
And that's also was something that was like, okay, maybe I can do this, because I always know, like, hey, if I need to come talk about this for whatever reason, like, it will be heard and respected and we will figure it out together. Right?
Yeah. So. Yeah. We talk about it a lot and negotiate and say, hey, could I not wear it today, or can we change something about the way we do this? No problem. Yeah. But it has to be negotiated, not just to.
And you may or may not let me wear, a pull-up.
Yeah.
out to a fancy date with someone else.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
I love these questions.
Yeah.
I love these questions. All right. Here's one from GE, from the General Eclectic, who I can always count on for a question that leads nowhere. 2 trains are on the same track, distance of 100 kilometers apart, heading towards one another, each at a speed of 50 kilometers an hour. A fly, starting out at the front of one train, flies toward the other at a speed of 75 kilometers per hour. Upon reaching the other train, the fly turns around, continues toward the first train. How many kilometers does the fly travel before getting squashed in the collision of 2 trains?
About 2 diperlometers.
How long is that?
You don't know?
The period it takes to use a diaper while traveling.
You don't know what a diperlometer is?
I should have counted on this. I should have planned on this from GE. Oh my God. I don't know how to answer that, but I do love it. We also got a question from Funny ABDL Memes, which I follow and love.
Oh, I don't know them.
Funny.abdl.memes on Instagram. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oof.
I think this merits another question.
Oh.
African or European swallow? If you could be more specific, I may be able to answer that.
Can I ask you a really, really serious one now?
Sure.
Since we're in the middle of all the fun ones.
Sure.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I am not getting into this with you.
What? Okay.
I'm not getting into this with you. It obviously is a sandwich. All right.
God.
Here's a question. This comes from another good friend. Oh my gosh. From Lullaby BG.
Hello.
Thoughts on long distance relationships?
Thoughts.
What are your thoughts on long distance relationships?
I think they can be really hard. But really rewarding. And I think that whenever 2 people have this amazing connection, whether you want to call it a soul connection or at least have a lot of fun and find value in being with one another, you're going to find a way to make it work.
Yeah. I mean, we did long distance at first.
We did, but
sort
we
of
were
like 4
within the
hours.
same,
Vicinity, sort of.
Right. So the people that are cross country, that is very difficult. I think it would be very hard.
Yep.
But I would never say don't do it.
No. I mean, R&T and I were that way for a while too.
Yeah.
And I found it incredibly difficult at times, but also very rewarding and every bit a thoroughly meaningful relationship.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You and I at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, what? We were falling in love so deep and so hard in a way neither one of us had ever done. And we did that long distance.
Yeah, and those times of yearning for each other do make it special.
I agree.
Even though they're hard.
Yes.
When you do get together, my God, I mean, the sparks, Jesus. When we, things like now that we see each other
vacation.
Most days,
that was harder.
That was harder to get used to not having that, right?
Yeah.
Not having that every second of every day. But I think long distance relationships can be beautiful and thoroughly rewarding, but they are challenging in my experience.
And I think setting up some, I don't want to say rules. What's the better word? Some parameters or maybe just rituals, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. Setting up some rituals can be really helpful.
Yeah.
For example, I had to send you a picture of my diaper butt every morning.
That was nice.
And every night.
Yeah. That was rough on me, but made it work.
Yeah. I know that was really tough. And that was our little connection, even if we didn't get the chance to talk. And I think most people probably get the chance to actually talk on the phone most days with long distance relationships.
Yeah.
For you and I don't think we had that chance every single day. And I think that was really tough, but we had these other ways.
Yeah.
That we got to stay connected. And that was one of them.
And even the ways that you learn to say goodnight can be ritualistic, and the ways that you learn to say good morning. And you can find special little communication tricks that feel just for you that nobody else gets.
Sometimes I still text you those.
Yeah, I love that.
I know.
I love that. And you do find, I was worried that, I would run out of things to talk about or tell you or whatever, but we kept each other up every day in some way on what was going on in our lives.
Yes.
Through text or phone conversations. I do think that part's important, is to continue to live your life and let your partner in on that life, because it's so tempting, at least it was for me, to like spend all day just wishing for the end of the day so that we could talk.
Yeah.
Versus I've got all these neat things going that I want to bring you into.
Yeah.
Because you're a super important part of my life, and these are super important parts of my life. So continuing to keep each other sort of in the know while continuing to live your life, I think has proved really helpful for me.
I think that's really good advice. And I agree with that. And I think that's why we were able to consciously create the kind of relationship that we have today and like continue to have, not codependent, but interdependent, where we are bringing our full happy, sometimes not happy, but our full thriving selves that are growing and, you know, participating in the world and things that we love and are passionate about, bringing that to each other.
Yeah.
So that we can share it in a relationship.
Yeah. I also think you talked about the connecting every day. There's also communication that needs to happen where, like, I'm not going to be able to necessarily meet all your needs when I'm 4 to 50 hours away.
Yeah.
So, like, what is okay? And is it okay for you to go on dates? And is it okay for you to play with somebody? Because, like, I can't possibly...
Yeah.
So I call it polyamory if you want, or just like expanding your boundaries, but helpful to talk with each other about like what needs can I not meet for you while we're long distance.
Oh gosh, for sure. Yeah. And also what, how are you going to like compromise and find that space in the middle? Like I went from a relationship where like literally I was everything always all the time for this person.
Yeah.
To you, who you are everything for everyone in your life. You have so many people in your life. That was a really hard lesson for me to learn. And until we really talked about it and I like understood more like what you were, who you are in your life outside of me, because I didn't really get to see that yet because we were long distance, you know?
Yeah.
Being able to actually like understand that and know that you weren't, it didn't mean you like loved me any less or were interested in me any less, that you didn't give me all of your time.
Yeah.
Because that was my only experience before.
Yeah.
So being able to talk about that and like learn and push through that, I think has now led us to where we are in this amazingly healthy space where we are two people and we have our own lives and our stuff that we take care of. And then we also have stuff we take care of for each other. Yeah.
That seems to be a theme for today, I think.
Yeah.
I also know that it was hard for me to get used to when we first realized and had these conversations about like what you need in your life and what I need in my life. And one of the things that you were really sure of is like, our way I want to be polyamorous. That's part of who I am. And by the way, I live 4 hours away from you. And so one of the things that it took some getting used to for me is it's okay if you go on dates. And it's okay if you find yourselves in the arms of another person for the evening that you care about and want to spend time with. And that's more of a polyamory conversation. But knowing that you were long distance made it harder because I couldn't be close to you the next day. You know what I mean? Like I knew that you were off doing these things. So that if you do choose to have some sort of poly approach to it or open approach, I can see where it is made more difficult by distance because you won't necessarily be there to process together afterward. You know, you don't come home to each other.
Right. But we always took time when we could to have those conversations, right?
Yeah.
And for us, it was like, you just wanted to know I was safe. And I communicated that, and that's it, you know?
Yep.
So, and then later we could talk about it. And there were some times that you were like, wow, last night was really, really, really hard for me. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about that, right? And just having that open, like, communication around it where I was like, this is fulfilling me in this way. And also, I love you and this is us, you know, like to be able to like have the full picture and talk about it all the time and not shy away from like the parts that are hard as well.
Yeah, be willing to talk about those as they come up.
Yeah.
Actually, great segue. I feel like I'm throwing out all the questions now, but I happen to have them right here.
Well, they're sitting right in front of you.
They're sitting right in front of me. Our friend Hedonistic Determinist sent a question. So this is somebody who has sort of modeled their own experience with polyamory in a way that I have admired and have learned from. So
Yeah.
HD asks, what are your polyamory goals for 2025? And I have to say, it's the first time I've ever thought that there was a thing as a polyamory goal. I don't know what that is.
Huh.
But I assume it's like, what would you like to do this year? Or maybe how would you like your relationships to be? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it could be any of those, right? I think for me, I think it's important. A goal of mine this year, I think, would be able to. So I see my other partner, H. Banana, pretty often. We have a thing. We try to see each other every month, and generally we see each other more than once a month. Mm-hmm. But for me, I think it would be a good goal for she and I to be able to maybe go have like a bigger vacation life experience together. Like, we don't really get to do that because most of the time we're either going to other kink parties, visiting friends together, doing smaller, and like I love doing the like just going and hanging out and having nothing to do all weekend, like learning that part of like each other's lives. But we've never really like gone off just the two of us to like have an adventure together. And I think that could be both really fun, but also like really important for us to like learn that about one another.
Yeah, there's nothing like being on an adventure together.
Yeah.
To learn about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great goal.
Yeah. And it's I mean, I think it's hard because you know, I have so many people and things and jobs and whatever.
Sure.
But like to take that time and prioritize, like I'm going to take this week and just that, right? Like you and I are here at the beach this week, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get it on the books early in the year so that you can be sure and get it done by the end of the year and create that
Maybe
space
I should
for it.
also tell her that this
Maybe
is a
you
goal.
should also talk to her about it. Maybe.
But like, I guess as I'm thinking about polyamory goals and my partners, like that is a way I would like to grow in that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about goals for myself. I think I love when a close friend and I can play. Mm-hmm. And I've been lucky enough to have a couple of close friends who I admire and like to be with, who I've gotten to play with. So I would love to be able to do that more this year.
Yeah.
Even just have a new experience with somebody that I like and trust, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never been super interested in like randomly playing with people I don't know.
Yeah.
But for people that I really like and trust, I think it would be really fun to explore that this year. Though, you know, polyamory really meaning like love, right?
Yeah.
Like romantic love.
Right.
I don't know that I have an aspiration this year to have another romantic partner. I feel like my life is pretty full.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have space that I could do well by another romantic partner.
Yeah.
But I'm open, but certainly to play with people that I love and care about and respect and find hot.
And that can feed that can feed your heart too, you know?
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know that I have space for another romantic partner in my life right now. I would love to maybe find in my, you know, newer city now a play partner, perhaps even I don't want to say vanilla, but outside the ABTL in the kink world partner, I think would be really good for me.
That was really good for you when you had that.
Yeah.
In your old location.
Yeah.
That was really good.
But it's like finding the time.
Yeah.
That's so hard.
Right. To add another person to your life.
Yeah. And what about for you and I in our relationship as polyamory people? Do you think you have any
goals for the year?
Goals within our relationship in that?
I mean, I guess my goal would be that I want us to continue to pursue our individual goals with killer communication and a great job loving each other.
Yeah.
You know, talking about issues that come up, jealousy, and anything that might arise, that we continue to navigate that really well.
I think people assume that we're not jealous people. Like, oh, you must be able to do polyamory because you never experienced jealousy.
No, it's nonsense.
Which is not true. I don't know any people in the world, humans, that don't experience jealousy. But the thing is we talk about things and then we get to the root of, generally when there's jealousy, there's like some unmet need I'm experiencing that I need from you, my partner.
Yeah.
And it's not really about this other person or thing or event or whatever that happened.
Yeah. And that has always been a point where we grow. Like when that jealousy comes up or when there's a struggle about something, that's always been a point that has been a launch pad for us to grow
Yeah.
independently and together. So,
Ooh, can we have
we
like
keep
a
doing that.
threesome this year?
A threesome. You got anybody in mind?
I don't know. That sounds fun though.
It does sound fun.
Okay.
All right.
That's my goal for us.
So that's a good one. All right, your turn to ask one because I've asked
Okay, I will ask a question. From Soggy Moggy, what is your perfect Franken diaper? The tapes, the absorbency, etc., etc.
How do you combine the
How do you
best?
combine to make the ultimate diaper?
Soggy Moggy, what a great question.
I love it.
Oh, man. Well, shoot. This is a toughie. I think for me, I would want the absorbency. So, I mean, it's almost like what is the occasion? But if I had to, like,
that's true.
like desert island rest of my life, it would have the plastic and feel and thickness of a now discontinued North Shore Supreme Light, which I just love so much.
We saved some to bring with us this week, by the way.
I love them so much. They're gonzo, but I love them. It would have the print of an M4 because it's
Really?
It's the
Like
print,
the exact print?
Yeah, because it's the
Okay.
print that like brings it to mind. For
Okay.
me. It would have the tapes of a Trest because those bad boys are never letting go. I don't care what you throw at them. And it would have the coverage and absorbency and general inside feel of a Mega Max, I think.
But as thin as a Supreme Light?
Yeah, I mean, if
Whoa.
I'm allowed to defy physics here.
Okay. Interesting.
And it would have the swell potential of not a Mega Max or a Trest because they get so big.
Yeah.
But outer cover, I know I said plastic and I meant it. A little shout out to Little Kings.
Wow, really?
Just a shout out. I would not do clothy, but I do love the feel. They are the most comfortable diaper ever made. They're just insane.
They're very comfortable.
With that said, it would have to be plasticky.
So you want the comfortability of a Little King made into a
the
plastic.
overall comfort, yes. But I want the inside feel of a Mega Max.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but yeah, this is my fantasy.
That's the
I
whole
can have
point.
whatever I
It's
want.
a Franken diaper.
Yeah. So that would be my combo. Tapes of a Trest, feel, fit of a Mega Max, inside feel,
Yeah.
overall comfort of a Little Kings, and outside plastic and thickness of a Supreme Light,
And print of
and
an
print of an M4.
Okay.
Get on it, diaper companies. Get on
Do
it.
it. We can call it the RY.
Finally, we can limited edition Love in Briefs. I've been wanting to make
Love
them
in
forever.
Briefs.
Yeah, I've been wanting to make them forever.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
All right, what about yours?
Oh gosh.
What's your Franken diaper?
Well, this is so hard because it's like, what's the occasion?
Right, what's the occasion?
What am I wearing? What am I doing?
But I love the
am
question.
I active? Well, I guess for me, like the actual most important thing for me in a diaper is the fit. Because when I wear 24/7, like if you have ill-fitting diapers, it just
Yeah,
sucks. Like it's
yeah.
just not fun. So I would love the fit of like a Mega Max small, except maybe a tiny bit smaller. Do you guys remember Bear Bums?
Oh, my bear bumps. Yep.
I really liked the fit of those. I liked, yeah,
Okay.
like the size. of
Resurrect
those.
the size of the cut of a bear bums.
And the size,
And the
yes,
size,
because
okay.
it's like, skinnier.
Yep.
But I think I would have the plastic probably. Oh God, but I do love a Little King. Oh, it's so hard.
I know. It's like saying, what's your favorite band?
Okay, I would
impossible.
want the material of a Little King, but like the durability of the plastic of a Mega Max. Does that make sense? Inside feel Mega Max for sure. I think they feel
Over
the
the Little
best
King, yeah.
inside.
Okay.
I do. And their overall like absorbency I think is perfect.
Yeah.
Because they can hold a lot, but
Yeah.
they don't swell as much as some of the others.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, Trest and Mega Max are amazingly absorbent and perfect night diapers, but they swell so much that
Trust more than Mega Max, I think.
you'd have a hard time wearing them out. But God, they're so good, though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the occasion here? I don't know. And then, I guess tapes of Omega Max. Though if I'm doing, I do really like the tapes on Little Kings.
Yeah.
And the tapes on, if we're doing like clothy, the tapes on the new Betty Buys.
Oh,
they're really great.
Okay.
They actually stay
That's
very
the potty
well.
training dropouts Betty Buys?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're really good tapes if we're doing like the clothy thing.
Okay.
And then the look of it. Oh. What do you do?
What do you do with the look? Is it AB? Is it tie-dye? Is it, it's got to be something that's already out there.
Oh, it has to be? I can't
think
make up my
so.
own?
For a Franken diaper, I think you have to. I think that's the rules of the game.
All right, then I guess I would go with the aesthetic feel of a cloudy.
Cloudies?
Yeah, but like a little bit more lighter because it's cloth, so it would be a little bit lighter probably anyways. But that like robin egg blue is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like...
It was kind of neutral, right? It wasn't super baby.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. With like cute little clouds.
Yeah, come on.
And like
adorable.
moons. Yeah, that's perfect for me.
No
I
anthropomorphic animals.
No, thank you.
No.
No.
That rules out like 80% of AB diapers.
Yeah, it's fine. But I would love a little bit more diversity away from that these days. I like more shapes. I'm more of like a geometric person anyways. Like I tend to like shapes, shades, colors. Things like that.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole like scene.
You don't need a whole storyline.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually,
Cloudy's good choice.
But talking about anthropomorphic, the Tiny Tails ABU, I love the rainbow striping around the waistband.
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of like. I did see the new drawings for the North Shore characters that they had out at Cap. Mm-hmm. I think those are kind of like, I'm normally not an anthropomorphic animal kind of guy, but those seem to have a little bit more like Paw Patrol style story behind them.
Yeah.
That I like. So
that's cute.
Yeah, that is cute. That is our Franken diaper. All right.
Okay.
We have exhausted all our serious questions. I'm going to give you one more.
Okay. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Is your diaper dry or wet?
Mine?
Yeah.
Dry as a bone right now.
What?
I know.
Mine was wet in like 3 minutes.
We decided to do matching dips today, friends.
Yeah. Just for this.
M4s
it's so
for
fun.
the two of us. Dry as a bone, sadly. But I'll work on it. So this question came from on your Just for Fans.
Oh, okay. Yes.
From one of your super fans. I picked it up. What have been the naughtiest places that you've wet your diaper? And do you have any embarrassing stories in diapers?
Oh, my goodness. You guys want the juicy stuff.
I know. We did invite any personal question.
I know. I like it. I'm not afraid of the juicy stuff. I like it too. I'm afraid I might disappoint, but naughtiest place. I mean, like on an airplane feels kind of naughty to me because like there's a person right there next to you generally.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
You know. So that feels pretty naughty, and like if you leak, like there is no like that's happening. That's happening. Where else is naughty? I mean, when do I feel the naughtiest? Yeah. Maybe when I'm like in line at the grocery store and I'm like literally talking to the cashier and like making direct eye contact and peeing my pants as I'm talking to them.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
That always feels really naughty.
That's good.
Or like maybe peeing in a diaper when I'm like hanging out with your family. That feels pretty naughty.
That is kind of naughty.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's like been any other naughty places necessarily.
Yeah.
But I have peed in other people's diapers. That's pretty naughty.
That's pretty naughty. Yeah, for sure.
And fun.
And the mechanics of it are a lot of fun too, just to get into that position.
Yeah.
It's a little easier for me to do it just standing up, but you get to get close contact.
I do. I get to like climb on top of people and straddle them and hold my bits right above their bits and pee on them.
That's pretty fun.
And then tape them up in my pee.
Yeah.
That's pretty naughty.
I think it's getting pretty naughty over here.
Are you getting hot?
A little bit.
Uh-huh. What was the last part of that question?
Well, it was about embarrassing moments, but honestly, you and I are both really discreet and careful about public places. So do you have any embarrassing moments?
I mean, not like being out. I mean, have I leaked? Like maybe a couple of times I've leaked, but it's always like I'm in my car or like I just grab a sweatshirt and heading home, whatever. Anyways, I'm sorry to be boring this way. I mean, the most embarrassing would be like actually set up scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where this was the point.
Where the point was to do something super embarrassing and super objectifying or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. And in those situations, we've got consent for everybody. You can do whatever you want. But But out in public, not so much. We just don't push those boundaries much.
No, I'm pretty conscientious.
Yeah.
And also I go out in the world and I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking to like be a human in the world that wears diapers. So yeah.
To be clear, the human wears diapers, not the world.
The world can wear a diaper.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, if it wants to.
That is our new slogan. The world can wear a diaper if it wants to.
Anyone can.
Yeah, I mean, it got a little hot here towards the end. I'm not mad.
It did. Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
I'm wondering if your relationship with diapers has changed at all since you really dove into this community about 15 years ago, and if so, how has that like personal relationship with diapers like changed for you?
Do we have the kind of time it takes to answer that question?
Oh, maybe not.
No, we do. I'll try and be brief. Yeah, no, my relationship has changed dramatically.
It has?
Yeah, diapers were for me when I was in my 20s and not yet involved in the community. They were an albatross. They were a sinking stone attached to my waist. Yeah. And even though, yes, they were hot and yes, they were the most erotic thing I could think of, they were also, every time that I engaged in anything that made it even remotely fun, I was also met with these waves of shame and guilt and regret and certainty that I was slowly descending into hell somehow, or at least into madness.
Yeah.
Because I was going to become some kind of creep.
Yeah.
And then I engaged the community, and I think one of the most important things I got from that, among the many of hundreds of things that I've gotten from the community, is that I got to see other people, and even people who are older than me, who aren't creeps and aren't mad and aren't in hell, and who are operating as kind, loving, generous, productive, wonderful humans in the world every day, and who also really enjoyed their kink and enjoyed each other. And getting to see that changed my relationship with diapers forever. Like, it is now something that I get to engage in. I get to enjoy because I'm lucky enough to know about it and to have this connection that even if I wanted to get rid of, I couldn't, but now I would never want to, because I have a button I can push anytime I want to have this incredibly warm, relaxing, comforting, hot, sexual, erotic experience. And how powerful is that? To have that whenever I want it. And now, because of my engagement with the community, it gives me a sense of pride, believe it or not, to know that I'm a part of, even a small part of, creating a lack of shame in others or a lack of guilt in others. The same things that I struggled with. Yeah. Now, every time I think about it, I'm like, my heart swells with pride instead of shame. So, yeah, wildly different.
Wow.
Night and day.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Sure.
That's amazing.
Sure. Yeah, no, I love that question, and we could talk endlessly about it. And you didn't have a relationship with diapers before meeting people in the community.
Not really, no.
Just non-existent.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the beginning, my relationship was within my, my marriage, and it was like really scary at first, and like this thing that I had to figure out, what is this and why would I want to do this? So it was really more of just like a scary, anxiety riddled thing.
Yeah.
And now it's like I found that place, because my place in, I think, the ABDL community, and with diapers and being in diaper kink in general, it's like very, I think, different than a lot of people's. And so but I had to like find that. But but I was able to go to the community to like at least have support and a really safe place to explore that, where I could find what they actually meant to me and why I wanted to wear them.
The community enabled you a place to actually uncover that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's funny because
engaging, not just looking at things, because you see something, you're like, okay, well, I must wear the pink ones and be little and play with My Little Pony, and that's what I do. But that's not what I wanted, and that didn't fulfill me. So
you had to find your space.
I had to actually engage in the community to like learn about all sorts of different people and have a space to like be a weirdo figuring out diapers.
Yeah.
So, because that's hard to do by yourself.
It is. You kind of have to triangulate, right? Yeah. You have to kind of ping off of other people to find out exactly where you are. And you won't be where anybody else is. Nobody is.
Yeah.
We might be close, but everybody finds their own space because you kind of triangulate, right?
And I also find a lot of pride in, you know, I've had a Tumblr for a decade and in one form or another. And I do pride myself in being able to like have a space to show people like you can go on this journey figuring it out, and it doesn't have to be one way, and guess what, you're allowed to change, and that's awesome, and we still love you, and everything is amazing, and to have that space that other people can like see that and be like, oh, maybe I want to try this other thing too.
It is wild to think in the 15 years I've been engaging with the community that I have seen people radically change.
Yeah.
Radically.
Yeah.
Not just preferences, but entire identities.
That
how
should
they
be an episode.
identify. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
And they get just as embraced as they change as they did when they were first introduced.
Yeah.
I love
great.
that. It is great. All right, we're going to wrap up with this one last question.
Okay.
From Towns Van Pants. When does your return flight land? The dog misses you both.
You don't miss us. The dog misses us.
We'll be back in a day or so. Tell the dog to hold on. And by the way, we miss you, Towns, even if you don't miss us.
I mean, I also miss the dog.
I also do miss the dog. But thanks for looking after him while we're gone.
Yeah, you're the best.
I think it's about beach o'clock for these two.
Heck yeah, let's do it. Is it possible I see a little bit of sunshine?
There's a little bit of sun poking through those clouds.
Okay.
Friends, thanks for spending this very non-traditional, somewhat self-indulgent hour with the two of us.
Life's a beach.
Life is a beach, and so glad to get to answer these Ask Me Anythings with you. We will come back for a more traditional set of episodes of Love and Brief, including our question roundup. This was not our question roundup. We'll do one for the winter. We also have upcoming episodes on podcasting, on cloth diapers, on potentially some new news from one of the suppliers that we know and love.
Yeah.
What else am I missing?
Maybe ace or demisexual.
Yeah.
I would love to do that
the
one.
ace and demi app.
Switchy stuff.
Yeah, the big switch.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a lot to plan.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get back in January and spend a little beach time with you. Surf's up, and stay safe out there in the surf if you are surfing. We'll be back with a real episode of Love in Brief. Thanks for joining us for this one. This has been a special Love in Brief.
Love in Brief at the beach.